Let's see the news in detail. MLA Lamlai AC Kongmantabam Ibomcha has cautioned that Manipur could possibly end up like Jammu and Kashmir, which was put under president's rule for 6 years, if the popular government is not installed before February 13, 2026. While speaking at the inaugural function of Sawombung Kabui Kunjao multipurpose platform today, MLA Ibomcha noted the demands made to dissolve the assembly to hold a fresh election and stated that the president's rule was imposed by suspending the assembly when the previous popular government was unable to handle the unrest situation. He informed that the centre is still making efforts to reinstate the government, but the process has been delayed as the present situation is unsuitable. Ibomcha claimed that dissolving the assembly would not necessarily lead to elections as there are provisions that could withhold it. Highlighting the present conditions, the MLA said it would not be possible for other parties other than the BJP to form a government and urged all concerned to set aside differences to work together to form a people's government.
Hujik yamna kanna fresh election tawrasi dissolve tawroga in tawrisi ngasai moina sarkar pai ki tawre mantri oi ki tawre bagi kalakpaduna si tahudra kanda leibak sida kari akai ba pirakadage du ubungam da bagi wane ngasigi manipur ki lai film sidabu hujik lai be assembly se dissolve tawthose aduga election tawbi yagadra sunga yaroe hujik illegal immigrant ain kaina mitop sang bagi matang sida mamangi government NBN lusing government buna 2023 ye angan ba saruk tagi illegal immigrant khatok tawgibase India government of Pirko order gi makhadane madugi wado hujiksu hanjinna Amisa ji na haire illegal immigrants se moida detect delete and deport kargumba khoi gi electoral roll singsida Manipur gi ain gi matungina laifam thokta mi gi maming yauramadi madu detect to aidi khangto delete to loktho electoral roll gi then number 3 da moi gi country da thago na hujiksu lauri.
Manipuris residing in Tripura took out a rally demanding formation of an autonomous development council, recognition of the Manipuri language as an associate language of Tripura, introduction of learning education in the Manipuri language and provision of reservation. Tripura Manipuri Students Youth Coordination Committee organized its 4th General Conference at Radha Mandap, Radhanagar, Agartala. Addressing the conference, former UNLF chairman Ningthemcha Sanayama alias R.K. Meghen stated that Manipur has consistently withstood attempts to undermine its existence, asserting that the state's integrity has remained intact despite having been under Burmese occupation for 7 years and later British rule. He said efforts to eliminate the Meitei community have never been possible in history. He maintained that hostile forces believe Manipur can only be weakened if the strength of the Meitei community declines. He further alleged that efforts to eliminate the Meitei community and undermine Manipur's integrity continue even today, but history shows that such attempts have never been succeeded. Meghen said divisive strategies persist because it is believed that Manipur can be broken only if core strength deteriorates. Appealing to all Manipuris and Meitei living across Manipur and other regions, Meghen urged people to identify real threats and stand united to protect the idea of Manipur, cautioning against divisive tactics aimed at breaking social harmony.
Quite Kurumsa, Pimasegi, Anu, Kurumsa, Pirama, Manipuri, Anu, Lamolama, Home, Ni has communists. Masi, Malayan history in Pontamta, Masi, a field, boxing as approaching the Tokima Academy. Adu, quite Kurumsa, Kracha, Pimasa, Masi, a Kurumsa, Reknaburi, Pim, the Maru, Yom, Adumba, Pimadu, Kurumsa, Loweba.
The event was also attended by UCM President YK Dhiren, UPF Manipur President Nongthamam Rupachandra, social activist Y Chandrasekhar Singh, Tripura Women Council President Hawaibam Maya Singh, and civil activist Subhas Dev, among others. MLA of Wango AC KH Loken has appealed to the people not to promote hatred in the name of politics. While he was speaking at the special gathering program for aged citizens for polling committee Yumnam Huidrom and Thiam Leisangkong held at Yahithel ground Yumnam Huidrom Thiam Leisangkong today. In his address, the MLA extended a message of love and peaceful coexistence and urged all selfless efforts to bring development. Calling for collective efforts to develop the constituency, he said his actions are based on the belief of good deeds giving positive outcomes.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯁꯦꯟ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤꯅꯗꯕ ꯋꯥꯔꯧꯅꯕ ꯄꯨꯟꯅꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯊꯝꯕꯤꯒꯅꯨ ꯑꯩꯕꯨ ꯎꯔꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯁꯨ ꯍꯔꯥꯎ ꯍꯔꯥꯎ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯍꯣꯔꯦꯟ ꯀꯥꯆꯤꯟꯗ ꯚꯣꯠ ꯂꯧꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯑꯩꯕꯨ ꯎꯒꯗꯕꯁꯨ ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯔꯥꯖꯅꯤꯇꯤꯅꯦ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯑꯩꯒꯤꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯈꯜꯂꯣꯟꯗ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯛꯄꯤꯌꯨ ꯑꯩ ꯊꯃꯣꯏ ꯁꯦꯡꯅ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯒꯤ ꯅꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯈꯨꯡꯒꯪꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯏꯅꯥꯎꯃꯗꯨ ꯈꯨꯟꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗꯤ ꯁꯨꯔꯒ ꯅꯣꯝꯃꯒ ꯆꯥꯕꯅꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ ꯑꯍꯜ ꯂꯃꯟꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯊꯃꯣꯏ ꯁꯦꯡꯅ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ ꯑꯉꯝꯕ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯄꯥꯡꯖꯒꯦꯅ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯤ ꯃꯁꯤ
MLA of Bishnupur AC Govindas Konthaujam commended the courage and integrity of Manipuri women, stating that their courage could defend Manipur from any challenges. He also said a third women's revolt could restore peace and normalcy in the state. He was addressing at the performance review cum interaction program of 151 self-help groups of 9 village-level federation presenting 1,800 women promoted by MSRLM. The program organized by the BLFs was held at Ka Potsangbam Mamang Community Hall in Bishnupur and was also graced by Moirang AC MLA Thongam Shanti. In his address, MLA Govindas said developing a society begins from one's family and recalled the crucial role taken by women across history. Acknowledging the efforts of SHGs and VLFs in each locality, he said new schemes and sub-schemes based on promoting livelihood will be launched in 2026 to empower women and bring progress.
ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯏꯃꯨꯡꯁꯤ ꯐꯔꯕ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯌꯨꯝꯂꯣꯟꯅꯕ ꯐꯗꯣꯏꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯈꯨꯡꯒꯪꯁꯤ ꯐꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯗꯤꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯛꯁꯤ ꯐꯗꯣꯏꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯗꯤꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯛꯁꯤ ꯐꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯁꯤ ꯐꯗꯣꯏꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯅꯤꯉꯣꯜꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯁꯦ ꯇꯪꯗꯨ ꯂꯩꯇꯥꯕ ꯍꯤꯡꯁꯥ ꯂꯩꯇꯕ ꯑꯃꯒ ꯆꯥꯟꯅ ꯆꯤꯟꯅꯅ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯆꯥꯎꯈꯠꯄꯔꯣꯝꯗ ꯍꯤꯗꯥꯟꯅꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯠ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯅꯅꯕ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯕꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯨꯟꯅ ꯈꯨꯠ ꯇꯤꯡꯊꯣꯛꯃꯤꯟꯅꯁꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯁꯤꯁꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯁꯤꯗ ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯔꯨꯕ ꯇꯥꯡꯀꯛ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯃꯥ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯑꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯆꯧꯕ ꯗꯥꯏꯇ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩꯔꯦꯕ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯁꯤ ꯅꯤꯁꯥꯁꯦ ꯑꯉꯛꯄ ꯐꯪꯅ ꯅꯍꯥꯔꯣꯜꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯆꯥꯔꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯆꯦꯛꯁꯤꯜꯍꯧꯁꯦ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯙꯔꯥ ꯃꯨꯠꯀꯗꯧꯔꯤꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯦ.
During the program, Lamjing Maira VLF Thinungay and Lamjing Maira VLF Ka Potsangbam were declared as Best VLF. Yening VLF Topokpi and Luchingbi VLF classified as second best. Further, Irema SIG Nacho, Sorarel SIG Upokpi, Hentoibi SIG Tingnungay, Pantoibi Ima SIG classified and Oinamleka SIG Ningtokong Ka Kuno were named as top 5 self-help groups. New Hope Foundation under Sashi guidance organized a prize distribution ceremony for the state-level science and mathematics competition 2025 at Modern College today. The ceremony was attended by former Minister Okram Henry, ADM to Imphal East Dr. N. Johnson, Assistant Inspector of Schools at EO Zone 2 H. Raghu, and President New Hope Foundation Chingakam Sashi Kumar as its main guest. Addressing the function, Okram Henry said it is important for students to participate at state-level competitions, stating that students should aim to be both educated and intelligent. Henry also emphasized on having sense of nationalism to contribute to the development process of Manipur.
ꯑꯩꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯒꯗꯧꯕꯗꯤ ꯏꯟꯈꯠꯂꯛꯏꯕ ꯁꯥꯇ꯭ꯔ ꯁꯥꯇ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯤꯛ ꯍꯩꯕꯁꯨ ꯗꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯂꯩ ꯂꯥꯏꯁꯨꯁꯨ ꯗꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯂꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯤ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯤꯛ ꯍꯩꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅꯁꯨ ꯏꯔꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤꯗꯕ ꯌꯥꯗꯦ ꯏꯃꯨꯡ ꯃꯅꯨꯡ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤꯗꯕ ꯌꯥꯗꯦ ꯌꯨꯝꯅꯪꯅꯕ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤꯗꯕ ꯌꯥꯗꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯤꯛ ꯍꯩꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯗ ꯍꯤꯡꯉ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏ ꯆꯠꯄꯗꯒꯤꯅꯦ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯁꯣꯊꯔꯤꯕꯁꯦ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯀꯥꯎꯕꯤꯒꯅꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯆꯥꯎ ꯑꯔꯦꯝꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯁꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯐꯣꯡꯗꯣꯛꯅꯩꯌꯦꯕ ꯃꯤꯒꯤ ꯖꯥꯇꯤꯒꯤꯗꯤ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯨꯅꯦ ꯏꯚꯟ ꯑꯩꯅ MLA ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯤꯉꯩ ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯁꯇꯔ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯤꯉꯩꯗꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯑꯣꯐꯤꯁꯥꯔ ꯑꯃ ꯐꯝꯃꯤꯟꯅꯔꯤꯉꯩꯗ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯝꯗꯝꯒꯤ ꯃꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯗꯤ ꯍꯦꯛꯇ ꯀꯧꯁꯜꯂꯦꯕ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯂꯩꯀꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯤ ꯑꯃ ꯅꯥꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯗꯤ ꯀꯧꯁꯜꯂꯦꯕ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯖꯥꯇꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯤ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯔꯥꯞꯄ ꯑꯔꯥꯞꯄꯗꯒꯤ ꯃꯃꯤꯡ ꯄꯜꯂꯔꯣꯏꯒꯦ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯗꯤ ꯆꯪꯁꯤꯟ ꯀꯧꯁꯜꯂꯦꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤꯅ ꯀꯔꯤꯝ ꯇꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯁꯨ ꯆꯪꯍꯜꯂꯛꯀꯅꯨ ꯑꯃꯣꯠꯄꯗꯨ ꯆꯪꯍꯜꯂꯛꯀꯅꯨ ꯂꯩꯇ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯗꯨ ꯆꯪꯍꯜꯂꯛꯀꯅꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕꯁꯦ ꯇꯧꯍꯟꯗꯅꯕꯁꯨ ꯁꯤꯟꯃꯤꯟꯅꯁꯤ ꯏꯟꯈꯠꯂꯛꯏꯕ ꯏꯆꯥ ꯏꯁꯨ ꯏꯆꯤꯟ ꯏꯅꯥꯎ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯡꯅꯁꯨ ꯅꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯤꯛ ꯍꯩꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯅꯣꯏꯅꯁꯨ ꯅꯃꯤꯠ ꯅꯃꯥꯏ ꯄꯥꯡꯅꯕ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯅꯃꯤꯠ ꯅꯃꯥꯏ ꯄꯥꯡꯕꯒ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯑꯉꯝꯕ ꯃꯐꯝꯗ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯄꯥꯡꯅꯕꯒ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤ ꯄꯨꯂꯞ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯁꯤ ꯏꯟꯈꯠꯃꯤꯟꯅꯕ ꯊꯥꯡꯒꯠꯃꯤꯟꯅꯕ ꯆꯪꯉꯦꯕ
KBK Bishnupur District Utlau convened its 24th Scientific Advisory Committee at its office complex today. The meeting was attended by Chairman KBK Bishnupur District Utlau Padmashri Thaunaujam Chauba, Senior Scientist Agronomy Indian Council of Agricultural Research for NEH Region Dr. Nongthombam Anando, among experts and progressive farmers. The program also awarded a certificate to Arundhyanti Naurem, who participated at the Mahila Kishan Divas 2025, organized by Extension Education Institute. Speaking on the occasion, Padmashri T.H. Chauba commended the works of KBK Bishnupur and appealed to continue efforts under the vision of the Prime Minister to increase productivity.
Fishery and applied subjects are practically fishery isida hoji akoi khara knowledge council da akoi thadana lowa ya ba mating lawthana ba mandragi project tharaga knowledge council da ge koi lawna ba si chu akoi akai ni arun koi kari koi maya khanna na le madu mahamchan kani koi
Head KBK Bishnupur District Utlau Senior Scientist Dr. Brajamani Mitai intimated that the KBK has been working for the welfare for the farmers in the district, including distribution of scientific seeds, environment protection and boosting farmer economy. He affirmed that the KBK will continue its efforts in coordination with department, ICAR, CAU and KBK experts.
Unadana akoi khana nenadana research pangthokkiba training pangthokkiba demonstration pangthokkiba mayamdu thamjabani aduna masigi asiguma program si akoi krishi vigyan kendra gi chairman su oiba aduna seri ke sawa singana may tangmal logdana pangthokkiba aduguma program ni.
Chairman of Sky Hospital L. Sham Kishore has announced that the hospital will conduct its third month-long free dialysis camp from January 1. Speaking to media at the hospital, Sham Kishore said dialysis is vital for patients with kidney failure and added that there are risks of cardiac arrest and health failure during the dialysis process. Sky Hospital, being a dedicated hospital for heart issues, is prepared to handle those risks, he said, adding that interested patients' parties can begin registration for the camp from today.
Em tawjaridi pen pamjaridi leita laira dialysis ki session nangaudaba natraga dialysis ki am thuna darkar lakpa leiragadi next year ki 2026 ki January degi horaga February da loiba sima tawni aduga public ki demand gi hengalagadi we may continue longer on free basis da. From time to time free dialysis camp hagi oina bijariba seida mayamna saruk yabi ningagadi mayamna sigi benefits lobi ningagadi registration asidagi dum horani.
The Supreme Court has stayed its own order issued on 20th November on the Aravalli Hills and the Aravalli Range definition. A vacation bench of the Chief Justice Suryat Kant and Justices J.K. Maheshwari and A.G. Mashiz has also ordered the formation of a new expert committee to examine issues that require to be examined in terms of the definition of Aravallis. In its ruling today, the Supreme Court has said that clarifications are necessary on the definitions approved earlier and the directions of the apex court in the 20th November verdict be kept in abeyance. It said there are issues that will require clarification. The court has also issued notice to the centre and the 4 Aravalli states, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Delhi and Haryana, seeking their response to its suo motu case on the issue. On Saturday, the Supreme Court took suo motu more to recognizance of concerns surrounding the definition of the Aravalli Range amid mounting criticism from environmentalists and opposition parties over its potential impact on the fragile mountain ecosystem. The development follows objections to the centre's newly notified definition of the Aravalli mountain range, which is based on a 100-meter height criterion. On December 24, the Union Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change had also issued directions to the state for a complete ban on the grant of any new mining leases in the Aravallis. This prohibition applies uniformly across the entire Aravalli landscape and is intended to preserve the integrity of the range. Union Home Minister Amit Shah today said that Assam and other northeastern states have seen a tremendous development under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the last 11 years. He was addressing a public rally at Nagaon district in Assam today, speaking after inaugurating the redeveloped Mahapurush Srimanta Sankardeva Abhirbhan Khetra at Batadarwag Than in Nagaon district. The Union Home Minister said Northeast is witnessing peace and development now. He criticized the earlier Congress government for neglecting the development in Assam. Later in the day, Amit Shah will inaugurate a new building of the Guwahati Police Commissioner and an intelligent city surveillance system to bolster the city's security apparatus. The Union Minister will also inaugurate Jyoti Vishnu Cultural Complex, an auditorium with 5,000 seating capacity in Guwahati. The Home Minister will pay homage to martyrs of the Assam movement at the newly constructed Sawit Smarak Khetra in Guwahati before leaving for West Bengal. In Mexico, at least 13 people were killed and 98 were injured after a passenger train on the interoceanic corridor of Isthmus of Tehuantepec derailed on the Salina Cruz route on the Mexican Navy said. The train was carrying about 250 passengers. Of the injured, 36 remain hospitalized while others suffered minor injuries. 139 passengers are out of danger. The Navy deployed 360 personnel, ambulances, air support vehicles, and a drone for rescue operations and is investigating the cause. It expressed condolences and pledged transparent support for the victims. President Claudia ordered senior officials to the site and confirmed the instructed delegates there to assist in relief and medical efforts. Bangladesh Jamaat-e-Islami today announced the formation of an expanded electoral alliance with the National Citizen Party and the Liberal Democratic Party ahead of the upcoming national parliamentary elections. Jamaat Amir Safikur Rahman made the announcement at an emergency press conference at the National Press Club in Dhaka. Rahman noted that NCP leaders could not attend the briefing due to time constraint, but had formally conveyed their decision to join the alliance and would address the media separately. Senior leaders of Jamaat, the LDP and other alliance partners were present at the event. The announcement, however, has intensified debate and dissent within the NCP, a party formed by student and youth leaders of the July uprising with a pledge to break from traditional political compromises. Several senior leaders have openly questioned the alliance, citing ideological differences and Jamaat's historical opposition to Bangladesh independence in 1971. As Bangladesh moves closer to the polls, the Jamaat-NCP alliance marks a significant realignment in opposition politics while also highlighting growing questions over ideology, credibility and unity within newer political formations. And before we wind up, the top stories once again. Manipur could possibly end up like Jammu and Kashmir if popular government is not installed before February 13, says Lamlai MLA KH Ibomcha. Manipuris in Tripura holds rally demanding Autonomous Development Council and provision of reservation. Wangoi MLA KH Loken appeals people not to promote hatred in the name of politics. Well, thank you so much for joining with us.